Thank you once again for taking the time out of your busy schedule and on your busy journey towards your own resilience, your own positivity, your own production on a daily and moment to moment basis. Probably nothing I have presented so far in these previous episodes have been, again, brand new. Maybe new only because you didn't expect, some guy named Ming Ahmad and this topic about resilience and about beauty and love and presence and production. Maybe it's a different presentation than before you listen to me. But I can't say it's new. However, all the topics in these episodes on the 820 Enterprise are intended to be unique, original. New to me, maybe not to you, but I try not to repeat any of the titles, and they just come as I feel them to write them down and then present them in a one shot, one kill, one take in these presentations. None of them were scripted out. This one today is entitled, I Never Loved Myself. Shocking, huh? Probably not, but it is to me. But this mental screenshot and trailer for this episode flipped across my mind and heart the other day. I was doing a meditation / some prayer time at the beginning of the day. And keep in mind that in many episodes back in the 820 main series and the Meaning of Love mini-series, when the Love Everyone message came to me through my son, Karan, that opened up a different heart set for me. It was enlightening and a total reset on my perspectives, formerly and for decades very, very wrong on love. What it is, where it is, how to embrace it, how to express it, and how to know you cannot ever control it. I made some decent progress despite myself on that part of the journey. But as always, your creator provides you with more guidance and signposts and bumper lanes to keep you or get you back on track towards your purpose and message. I never before now ever loved myself. Even stated those words to myself. Maybe, again, I'm totally an outlier on that statement. But yes, right now, as I record this, and right now as you're listening to it, that is an admission, not of fear, not of ego, not of vanity. That, to me, is an admission of my own courage to even state that I never loved myself. I know I've emphasized and repeated certain mantras and personal reminders to address my impatience, which has become or I've identified as the 99% source of my misadventures. I'm hoping to minimize that tendency, that heavy trend in these last 60. And those reminders and mantras help me to address other aspects of myself to ensure and maintain a thing called presence. To be non-judgmental, non-attached, and non-resistant. Those are all good and helpful for me. But this one that I mentioned to you at the outset of this discussion today comes as a shocker to the Ming system. I never truly loved myself. I laugh at the pictures and images of me as a child, as a teenager, as a little league baseball player, as a young adult, and also as an old dude now. No sorry or no abuse as a child or as an adult. I didn't sense that or feel that back then, or even now. I don't feel something that I should be someone should feel sorry for me, or I should address some sort of abuse that happened as a teenager or a child or a mid-adult or an old adult. I don't remember getting dropped on my head as a baby. Well, maybe that happened. I don't remember it. You have to ask my mother about that, or my uncles or aunts or whoever was around, or my grandparents. I don't know. May have happened. But any falls or pains or abuses over the last 60 years, those are all mine. That's my recognition and acceptance. For example, the abuse of my own body, the abuse of my own health, mental, spiritual, through food, drink, water, or lack thereof water, or too much in many, many areas. This is not a session for catharsis or sympathy for this guy you're listening to in this podcast. I'm just sharing this observation. Consider it as true, genuine, sincere, and still current. But now I'm recognizing that can serve as a new now for me and a good start to reduce this hill I've created for myself, this obstacle that I produced for myself over many, many years. This seems like an easy fix, but hey, I didn't build this false palace of mountains and hills overnight. I have to take the time to take it apart, brick by brick, forward with minimal new or old unloving stuff. Remember, I mentioned in several other podcast episodes, I have to limit that carry-on baggage going forward. If you get a chance, go back and check out the only one carry-on bag allowed on your journey. As back in the day, I think it was mid-'80s, that great receiver from the NFL, Terrell Owens, T.O., he said back in the day, "I love me some me." I didn't understand what he meant by that, although I knew he was a superior athlete. But in some interview, he just burst out, "I love me some me." Maybe he was on the field, I don't know. He was that good. But aside from him as an individual, I had to start telling myself that I love all of me each day, each moment. Probably all of you have already submitted or summited that mountain or a similar mountain about loving yourself. As I said before, until very, very recently, I have never, ever loved myself. I'm just now getting to that mountain to start taking it apart and making it easier to say and feel that genuinely to myself. But for me, I'm always late to the party. But in this case, today, this moment, I love all of me. I love myself now. Thanks again for allowing me to express this to myself. Hopefully it doesn't relate to you exactly, but if it does, hey, try it. Tell yourself. Don't wait for anybody else to tell you. Tell yourself, not just once in a while. Tell yourself you love yourself. Stay present. Stay current. It's always 8:20.